Kenneth, and today I'll be going over the one thing again. So
no eating in here, Kevin.
So we left off at chapter 4. Oh no, we're still on chapter. What was it?
Okay.
Paul Graham's 2009 essay called the Manager Schedule. He just underscores the need for large time blocks. And so Graham, one of the founders of the innovative venture capital of, he says, Pham Combinator. He says that it argues that a normal business culture gets in the way of very productivity it seeks. He says that because of the way people traditionally schedule the time or allowed to. So basically, this guy Graham, he divides all the work into two buckets, like the bucket way thingy. Like, so one of them is maker, do or create. One they create something literally, and like the manager, like the director, or like if you're in like a job or something, you know what a manager is. So they manage everything. So you want to be. So basically, he says that the maker time requires large blocks of the clock to like write all this code, develop ideas, generate leads, recruit people, all that stuff. Like it's part of the creativity part, and he says that this time tends to be viewed in a half-day increment. In manager's time, so it gets divided into different hours. So he says that the time typically has moving from meeting to meeting. They manages like the whole procedure and like the whole company, all that. So they have like the power and authority to do all, like fire people and hire people, all that. So he says that in order to experience extraordinary results, you want to be a maker in the morning and a manager in the afternoon. So because your goal is one and done if you do that. He says that, but if you don't time out each day to do your one thing won't become a done thing. So now number 3. So we just gone over the time blocking your one thing part. Now on to number 3. Time block your planning time. So he says that the last priority you time block is your planning time. It gives you time to plan what you're going to do, how you're going to time block, all that. So it's like he says that this is when you reflect on where you are and how much you still need to go and how much you still want to go through. Yeah. So he said block an hour each week to review your annual and monthly goals. So like maybe you work on your one thing from Monday to, let's say, Thursday. And then like Friday, it's like reflection, and like Saturday, planning your same thing, and then Sunday like doing it, I guess. So he says that you're essentially asking, based on where you are right now, what's the one thing I need to do this week to stay on track, and for like my monthly goal, or like for my monthly goal to be on track for your annual goal. So wait, what? So basically, he says, he kind of so based on where I am right now, what's the one thing I need to do this week to stay on track for my monthly goal, and for my monthly goal to be on track for my annual goal? And so that's you're basically lining up dominoes, and so if you keep doing one thing, it keep like a bunch of energy keeps going through, all of them store of potential energy, and if you knock one down, like all of the energy is like released and goes somewhere else. Yeah. So in July 2007, the software engineer or developer Brad Isaac shared a productivity secret he reportedly got from comedian Jerry Seinfeld. So he says that before Seinfeld was a household name and still regularly toured, this guy Brad Isaac ran into him like randomly an open mic comedy club and asked him how to be a better comedian. So Seinfeld told him that the key to write jokes is just like his one thing. Write his one thing every day. What's your like if a comedian like what's your target audience? What do you think is funny for the audience? So in the way he figured out how to make his huge thing hang, how to make that happen is to it was to hang a huge annual calendar on the wall and like mark a huge X on every day he completed and when he worked on his craft, all that. So this like your calendar, like let's say some month. So the first is Monday, and the it goes all the way to like 28th on Sunday, and then your 31st is probably on a Monday. So basically, whoops. Anyways, so Monday through Friday, you X out like you want to write down your one thing on there and then like ahead of time. So when you actually do it, you can just X it out every time and check it off your list. So you know it's completed. Saturday is like reflection. Sunday is planning, and the same thing to Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday to Sunday's break or vacation, and then same thing like that, and then Monday to Friday do your one thing, and the Saturday Sunday weekend just reflect, plan, take a little break. And then on Monday, yeah, same thing from Monday to Friday. So it's like basically a regular work day. Saturday and Sunday is like basically your a vacation day or and to reflect on what you did the whole week. And yeah, so he says that after Seinfeld said after a few days you'll have a change. Just keep adding the chain will grow longer every day. You'll like seeing the chain, especially when you see a few weeks under your belt. Your only job is not to break the chain. Don't break the chain. So it's like so satisfying. Like when you're new and stuff, when you're beginning, you have this level, right? And then you keep adding it over time. It looks like wow, I'm so high leveled, like compared to when I just started. And like wow, I got far. Unless you like don't really care, and then you're like, that's good enough compared to everyone else, all my friends, I'm not that far behind, or like, I'm still pretty ahead of them, something like that. So, yeah, so you don't want to break that chain, like, you don't want to break your concentration. So, so let's say you have super focus or something, and then your mom like makes you, hey, what are you doing? And then you're like, hey, I'm doing my homework. Hey, go wash the dishes. Go sweep the roof. Go clean the grass. I don't know. And hey, I'm focusing. Like I don't care. And then they're like, okay, like no, I'm doing my homework. It's more important. Like, hey, that sounds like disrespect, sir. And then, yeah. So basically, when you break your concentration or break that chain, it's kind of hard to recover from that. Like when you're driving a car like super fast and then you spin out somehow and like during a race, and it's going to be hard to recover your place because everyone already passed you. Okay. So what Gary and Jay loves about science-field method is that it resonates with everything he knows to be true, and it's like he says that it's simple. It's based on doing the one thing and like creating its own momentum and all that. So basically, you need to focus on your one thing, and over the week you just exit out over the time. So yeah. I feel like your day goes by slower if you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're doing, yeah, for some reason, because you're like always constantly checking the time. Oh no, I need to do this.
If you're doing something productive, you feel like it go by slower. If you're not doing something productive, you feel like it go by faster because you waste all your time. Because you feel like you haven't done anything.
So school is, I feel like it goes by pretty fast. If you think about it, it's super long. But for me, it goes by pretty fast because like it's only like a few sections like math, reading, English, history, science, and there's only like 4 sections. Like okay, I'm done with math. Now 3 more to go, and when she's like, oh, I'm already halfway. No more academic classes. Now we have this lunch and my electives, and then after that you're done. Yeah. So it only goes by slower if you're actually constantly checking the time.
No, what about if you're sitting there and doing nothing, staring at a wall? It goes by very slow.
Exactly, because you're doing nothing. It depends. Like if you like something and you're doing it, it goes by faster. Like at an amusement park, I was going on Knott's Merry Farm, and then it was from like already 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden it was like 3 a.m. like all of a sudden like 3 o'clock in the p.m. I'm like, what? So anyways, so what does a.m. and p.m. stand for? I forgot.
After morning, past morning.
A.m. is the morning. Okay, so p.m. is probably past morning. But anyways, so you want to protect that time block. You don't want any like distraction to get in that time. And so he says that there's magic in knocking down your most important domino every day, day after day. So all you need to do is avoid breaking the chain one day at a time. And so your 40 time blocks actually blocks time, he says. And they must be protected. Because he said that, like, although time blocking is hard, protecting those time block is, because it's kind of hard to block out distraction. Because, yeah. So you can make, like, a to-do list, like a timeline. Okay, 12 o'clock, it's like 1 o'clock, I'm doing this, my one thing. Let's see that. And then all of a sudden, your brother's like, hey, let's go out for a luxury, or your girlfriend or your wife, like, hey, let's go out for a luxury lunch. And then that's a big, like, huge distraction to your one thing. So you're gonna have to try to prevent that. Okay, so he says it's a job to protect your time blocks from all those who doesn't matter to you, and from yourself when you forget. So the best way to protect your time, he says, is to adopt the mindset that they can't be moved. It's like a huge water tank. It's super heavy. It shouldn't be moving by other distractions, unless there's like something really weird, like super weird, supernatural, something that somehow moves it on its own with thin air. So, anyway, you wanna make it a habit, like, to block out all distractions so you can protect your time block. So when someone tries to double book you at the same time, you should say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I already have an appointment at that time." So, like, appointment with yourself. So the easiest one, unless you're like, "Hey, it doesn't matter appointment. It's either that appointment or me, because I'm your best friend."
There's someone more important than you, myself.
Yeah. And like, woman, me is more important than you. Okay. Okay, so anyways, that's like, it's going to be hard to time block that if you have a kid, especially those infants. Anyways, so he just said, there's this, so the tough part about navigating a high level request is how you how do you say no to anyone that's important, like your boss, a key client, your mom. So you have a way to say no to different people, like maybe your mom is comfortable with, like, no, lady. That's why I say, like, sorry, I'm busy. Oh no, that's my brother. Like, excuse me, I'm busy right now. I'm gonna have you next time. And then my mom's like, no, and me's like, no, you still. I'm just kidding. Or like, if you're talking to your boss, like, sorry, I can't. Or like maybe your best friend, like, nah, man, screw. You guys, your best friends, you don't care if you insult each other. Okay. Anyways, so you don't have to say no, so you don't sound disrespectful. But if you sound disrespectful, you might they'll think you're weird and mean, and they'll not hang out with you, or talk to you as much, or get a bad impression, especially to your boss. You don't want to say that to your boss. Your mom, maybe too. So he says that the one way is to say yes. Then it's like, if I have that done by a specific time in the future, would that work? So most often these requests are most about immediate need. All that hands. You have to sort of take your hand off of what you're one thing to go to another thing, and so the requests are all usually just wants to know will it get done. Like, hey, can you come to our house? Like, no, okay, that's all I need. You don't so maybe, because my mom is out of town, but she might not let you come. The person is like, so is that yes or is that no? So if you want to be definite with the answer, you want to be confident, like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm busy, or maybe. You don't want to be like maybe.
They would come back and ask you again, and you get distracted again.
Usually a maybe means no. So if you're not sure, it's probably a no. Okay. Anyways, so
the person that says maybe, they mean no. The person that That's the ask them. It means yes.
Okay. So in order for so basically, anyways, so if you're he says that if you're already feeling overbooked in your time or overwork, it says that it can be really extremely challenging to hold a time block because you're like always busy and like you're overbooked with like appointments, facials, hair done, haircut, getting your nails done. I don't know. What do you do? Or maybe go to an amusement park. Something. Okay, so everything. So if you can, it can be hard to imagine how else everything will get done. So when it's, so much time is given to your one thing, because so he says that the key to fully internalize the domino fall is that when your one thing gets done first, because it's your priority, and that remember remember that anything else you might do or have to do will be easier or unnecessary. Like anything, like how you ever did something really hard to do, and then you just do it, and then it becomes super easy. The other person something compared to this thing, like my challenge, right? Yeah, like going to Knott's Berry Farm compared to Disneyland. I don't know. Or Six Flags, and then Knott's Berry Farm is not that bad, and then you go to Disney. Oh, that's super easy roller coaster. Okay, so anyways, so he says that when he first began to time block, the most effective thing he did was to put a sheet of paper up and said, "Until my one thing is done, everything else is a distraction." So is that yeah? So basically, yeah. So you want to keep looking at if there's a distraction coming up, unless it's restroom break or you're starving to death or something. So you should try it, and so put it up when you can see it, others can see it well, because so no one will bother you. So basically, the do not disturb sign. Okay. So the last thing you knock off of your time block is that when you can't free your mind. So he says a day in and day out, your own need to be other things instead of one thing. Maybe that's your biggest challenge to overcome. So everyone wants to do many other things while doing the time your one thing at the same time because they feel I need to get everything done. You don't really need to get everything done. Just get the most important ones first. Yeah. So he says that life doesn't simplify itself the moment you simplify your focus. He says that there's always other stuff to be screaming to be done. You have a lot of things in life that still need to be done. Everyone has to go to work, but cook for your family, all of that, facial, postpone that. Maybe order something from online or go to Target if you're last minute thing, anything like that. So everyone has something that needs to get done, but you're not always going to get it. You're not always going to get it complete. So in the end, there's plenty of ways you can get your time block. So he says that in the end, there's plenty of ways to get your time blocked sabotaged by all these distractions. So here's some proven ways to battle distractions and to keep your eye on one thing. So number one, he says that you want to build a bunker. Find somewhere else to work that takes you out of your path of disruption or interruption. So if you have an office, you can just put up a do not disturb sign.
Like a tent.
Yeah, my brother did a video with his tent. Well, you can hear. It's not really a good place to go if there's a distraction because you can literally just hear through that tent or something. But anyways, if it has glass walls or you want to install shades so no one can see you. And if you work in a cubicle, you want to get permission to put up a folding screen. What is a folding screen again?
Just a screen, a cardboard. You fold it and then you put higher. So you don't get distracted.
But isn't what the cubicle is supposed to be for? It's already blocking you.
But it's not blocking all around. Maybe it's not high enough. There's still openings so people can walk in and not talk to you anytime.
Yeah, maybe let's make a cardboard box.
Like a door.
A cardboard door so no one can walk in. Unless your boss just kicks down the door.
My coworker did that. He made it high and then a door.
Yeah. So, number 2, store provisions. So, have any supplies, materials, snacks, or beverages you need on hand. So you don't, other than for like a bathroom break. So because like you want all of that, so you don't need to leave. Like you want like maybe in your office, if you have one, you can have like this whole closet or something, or this whole like shelf full of candy or chips.
That's distraction.
No, that's not a distraction if you're not too focused on that chips.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never seen anyone super focused in terms of like, oh no, there's like 20 left.
No, not on the chips, but it take away your focus when you're reading. You keep on munching on the chips.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
But
these chips are so good.
so or beverages, anything that you need on hand, so you don't have to get up and leave to get it. And besides bathroom breaks, unless you're working inside the bathroom, but then whatever, it is probably not. Okay, so you want to avoid leaving your bunker. It's like, let's say you have a underground bunker and there's like a nuke hitting. You don't want to leave. You want to have like all your materials ready to go. So, and 3, sweep for minds, like turn off your phone, shut down your email, exit your internet browser, because your most important work deserves like your 100% attention. So yeah, unless like your work is you have to pay attention to your notifications or email something. You have to pay attention to that, but it depends on your job. Most likely, probably not.
But you do your Kumon, you have the laptop open, your YouTube. It take you more than an hour to do your work.
It's called music.
No, yeah, you should not listen to music if it distracts you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, so and 4, enlist support. You want to tell those most likely to seek you out, to distract you when you'll be available. Like, so you don't want to tell them to. You want to tell them to contact you when you're like done with your one thing for that day, and so you want to tell people what you're also doing. You don't want to be super secretive because, no one like you can't get help, and no one if you don't tell anyone. So there's some big ideas. So you want to connect the dots. Extraordinary results become possible when you want to go is completely aligned with what you want today, what you do today, and so you want to tap into your purpose and allow the clarity dictate all of that to your priorities, and with your priorities clear, he says that the only logical course is to go to work. Yeah. So I don't I want to do I like going to work. I want to go to if I had a job, I would only go to the work where I get to clock in anytime. Mm-hmm. I don't like going to the ones you have to wake up 5 in the morning and then it goes all the way to 5 in the evening.
When you want a job that clock in, that's low paid job.
I know.
The high paid job are the one that they trust you. They don't. You can take vacation anytime. You can go work anytime, like that.
Yeah. I
you want a job for me that, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then to time block your one thing. So the best way to make sure your one thing actually happens and gets done is to time block. Maybe make a timeline and put 2 lines between let's say 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock to get those done. And you want to time block more early in the day so you can get the rest of the day to have fun. And yeah, so you want to time block no less than 4 hours, because 3 hours 59 minutes, okay maybe, but you want to get that 1 extra minute. Or you can do more than 4 hours because that's half of your morning. You still have it's 20 hours left in it. It depends on how early you wake up. So let's say you wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and you work till 4 a.m. So now you have 20 hours left to have fun. Okay. And because it's only 4 hours, and then you can have the biggest break you can have after that. And okay, because as long as your one thing gets done. And 3, protect your time block at all costs. Time blocking works only when nothing is no one has permission to distract you. And so most people when they time block, they always get distracted. I would have a time block, but they don't know how to protect it, and that's why the time block doesn't work. So she said that your time block is most important. The most important meeting of your day. You want to make your appointment with yourself. Okay, so people who achieve extraordinary results don't achieve them by working more hours. They achieve them by getting them done in the hours they work. So time blocking, he says, that is the one thing. It's one thing. Productive time blocking is another. So you want to be a productive time blocker, not just a regular time blocker. Okay. Mm-hmm. How much time do I have left?
Just keep on going. It will
Okay.
sound.
So see how long chapter 16 is. Okay. So
Well, if you finish this book, you get $100.
yeah.
Can you finish in one more video, or how many more video?
Let's see. This chapter is like very long.
Okay, probably one video, one chapter like that.
Yeah, I've been doing that the whole
that's
time.
fine. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
So. So now we're going on to the 3 commitments. I'm probably not going to be able to finish the whole chapter 16 because it's like
yeah, just up to 30 minutes, and then
you
do it later on tonight.
Oh.
You still owe me one more video.
Yeah. So this is a quote called, nobody who ever gave his best regretted it. So you always want to give your best, no matter how bad it is. Like, you don't give up. As long as you work as hard to your limits or even more. So at least you did your best, and what was it? Now you know how what's the experience like. So he says that achieving extraordinary results through time blocking requires 3 commitments. He says you must adopt the mindset of someone seeking mastery. Mastery is a commitment to becoming a master at something. And he says that it's to becoming your best and to do as much as you can. So, and then the second one is you must continually seek the very best of doing things. If you don't do your best or anything that's best for you, you can't do your full potential. And you can't deliver the results that can equal to your effort. Maybe some jobs you don't need that much effort and you still get a lot done somehow, but that's really unlikely. And number 3 is wait, hold on, I probably skipped. So and last, he says that you must be willing to be held accountable for everything, and to doing everything that you can achieve to your one thing. You can't do anything without being having some responsibility to it. So he says that. So there's the 3 commitments to your one thing. Follow the path of mystery, because you don't want to go into you want to go to something that you want to challenge yourself. You don't want to go to something that you already know, because you want to get out of your comfort zone. And maybe in a life or death situation, you probably want to go to somewhere you already know, but that's why you want to make the path of mystery known to you. You want to go on that path and steward it out for yourself, so you now know what the experience is like. And 2, move from E to P, one place to another. What's the E to P? So extraordinary into all that stuff. And 3, live to accountability cycle. So you want to number 1, follow the path to of mastery. Why did I say mysteries? Mastery. I'm so dumb. Okay, so yeah, mastery, mystery, same thing. Whoopsies. So stupid.
No negative talk to yourself.
I'm just kidding. So anyways, so you want to follow the path of mystery, because mastery. I don't know why. So mastery is a word we often hear anymore, because oh, I mastered the art of kung fu. No one really masters. Unless you master the art of procrastination. That's unless you master the art of always procrastinating, everyone. Okay, so he says that it is as critical as ever to achieve extraordinary results, and as intimidating it is, it might actually initially seem, when you see mastery as a path you go down instead of the destination you arrive at, it starts to feel accessible and attainable. And so, like, in order to master something, you need to know, you first need to go to the first experience, and then you're gonna like lose, get beat up or something, all that. And soon enough, if you keep going on that path, and then you over time you will get better, and that's the only way to get things done. You can't just hop into something that's challenging and you already know everything. It wouldn't be challenging. So I think I'll stop here.
3 things you.
So 3 things you wanna protect your time block. Make a timeline for your whole day. Maybe like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock to like 12 o'clock. So you can get the most out of your day, and you should do it in the morning, so you can have the rest of the day to have fun. Unless you wake up late, like my mom yesterday. Woke up 12:15, bruh. And you also want to. There's 2 different types of time. Like time blocking, the regular time blocking, or like a productive time block, like an effective time block. So you actually get things done. You wanna cancel out all distractions. You wanna get everything you need ahead of time. Calculator if you're doing something, that your phone if you like need to Google something. Well, I don't know why you have your computer. Amazon Alexa, because it's easier than typing out your phone. Just asking a question. Or someone that you like, someone you can bring in that who's not a distraction, and you can get help from them. And candy, sodas, whatever. So, so I think that's all for this time, and I'll see you like in maybe a few hours. So and yeah, so bye.